Some great authors that are coming to Abilene signing for books at the Texas Star Trading Company. So here to tell us more, Guinn. Welcome, my friend. Kind of a stranger to me, but hey, you guys have been busy down there, and you've got a whole new slew of authors coming in to see you this week.
We have two very prominent Texas authors coming.
I love this.
Yes.
All right, tell me about it, because it's coming up. First one's on Thursday.
Jeff Guinn is author of a new book on Waco. This is about the 30th anniversary of the
David Koresh and Branch Davidians.
Yeah, and so
coming up on April the 19th.
He tells this story and he goes into a lot of depth about it, and he's pretty even keel kind of a thing. So
pretty balanced, fair and balanced. You have to be. But for a lot of people, I mean, 30 years ago, I remember it happening. You remember it. But then there are certain things that we may not have known about that were happening behind the scenes, and there are certain things that linked to other scenarios that happened either previously or following this event. And it was a big deal. It was one of the most major things we'd ever seen in the United States up to that time.
And he interviewed dozens of people involved in all this, and very, very thorough.
So
he's an investigative reporter who's done a number of other books.
I read that.
One book on was on Jim Jones, the People's Temple,
on the road to, the Jonestown group.
And that's been optioned for a movie by Leonardo DiCaprio. He's going to play Jim Jones.
And pretty impressive stuff. So he's coming this Thursday to the Texas Star Trading Company. You can pick up a book there at the store.
Yes.
All right, you can have, and keeping history alive. I mean, especially these kind of things, whether it's Waco, Jonestown, that sort of thing, and the other books that he's written as well. He's talked about Charles Manson, Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, several of these notorious individuals, if you will. But being able to see him and meet him and take in part of this and understand it a little better, I mean, it makes for great reading. You have some fantastic authors. Now you also have some really fun and friendly authors too. A little younger, but hey, this is for the young at heart, right?
I tell you, John Erickson has written he's written 78 Hank the Cowdog.
Who doesn't love Hank? I love Hank.
In fact, the 79th one is coming out, and I think we're going to have it there. It's supposed to come out this week, and he's going to be here Saturday, and he'll sign books about all the Hank books that you want to bring in.
Hank the Cowdog is everyone's favorite dog. We've all met this dog at some point in our life here in Texas, so he's relatable to everybody. And if you don't have a Hank, you've probably known a Hank.
Yes, and we try to keep the whole Hank series in stock all the time.
Well, why not? Why wouldn't you?
78 of them.
Wouldn't that be a great gift for somebody, for a kiddo? Or buy the entire series and dole them out little by little, if you will, as the kids enjoy them, because they're great. So
there's two of them. There's 78 of these books, now 79 in the Hank book, and then he's done a series of nonfiction books in Hank's voice about ranch life, and
Hank brought to life.
Well, it's telling people who are not familiar with ranching what goes on the ranch.
Well, and as we get a little further away from agricultural life and we get more cityfied and high technology, we need to put some of that stuff down and just be able to read it and understand it and get back to our roots and our heritage.
He's great, and I mean, people have been reading John Erickson for years, since they were children.
I dare say I've read most of them.
Children,
I may not have read the last few, but I may have to pick up a few and get caught up in the meantime. But he'll be there Saturday, so you want to bring the kids out, especially if they love Hank, or if they don't know him, you can introduce them. Good time to introduce them to Hank the Cowdog and his author.
He'll be here from 10 to noon. So.
All right, looking forward to it. So glad to have you here. Good to see you. Texas Star Trading Company, keeping our heritage alive and well, and keeping us all well read.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jeff Guinn will be at the signing for the books for the Texas Star Trading Company. It's at 174. That's Cypress Street. It's on Thursday, April the 13th. That's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this week. And then John Erickson there this Saturday, April the 15th. That's from 10 a.m. to noon. And you can get more information by calling the number 672-9696.